Hail Heroes! I'm Sean. I'm here with Patrick. He's going to be sitting down in just a moment. Here for Legacy FNM on the 28th of July.
Paramount City Games just went live. Cool. Alright, yeah, so...
This isn't frozen, is it? It looks grainy.
Let me double check and make sure Bryce is sitting down.
Okay. Make sure we're live on Facebook. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Error week.
Huh?
Nothing. Wasn't talking to you.
Okay. Seems good. Alright, so the reason I put Ian on camera tonight, this is Gabe Rivas on Reanimator.
What's going on here?
Twitch has volume on, I believe. Shut up. No.
Hold on.
Something is.
It's the Facebook.
Is it It is Facebook.
Get out of here, Facebook. Nope, I can just hit the X.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Alright, so Gabe is going to be on Reanimator. And Ian.
That's how I'm going to spell it.
We're going to call this,
Ian?
Yeah, Ian. He is on, what is it? What's the card? Vial Smasher Miracles.
Vial?
Yeah.
Smasher? Oh. Like Aether Vial?
Vial Smasher. We'll pull up the card in just a moment, because it's probably going to show up.
Okay.
Yes. And then, on table 2... we've got... Yeah, I think we just need to fix the color on that. Bryce on...
Oh, this is Bryce.
Oh, this is Jay, and he's on Nick Fit.
Ooh.
And Caster Bryce is...
Delver?
on, yeah, Grixis Delver.
Which matchup do you want to watch?
Well, let's watch Ian's match, because that thing is sweet.
Spicy.
Yes. Maximum spice.
Welcome back, Jorgensen.
Jorgensen, thank you for the... Yeah, let's get back there. Reconnect the Facebook. It'll do it.
Will it?
I think we have to close the chat and then...
Reopen the chat?
Yes. Welcome in, Jorgensen. How's your week been?
Ooh, don't need that. Oh, there we go. Wait, 1 of 3 now?
What? Oh no.
Still connecting.
Still connecting to YouTube.
Anyway.
Okay.
So, I see a Badlands already. And
yep.
then...
So it looks like it's going to be Ian's turn. He'll take a draw. He draws a volcanic island for the turn.
This is probably going to be a brainstorm here.
From Reanimator?
Blue ones can do it.
He's on red-black, though.
Okay.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that foil swamp. That thing is gorgeous.
It's not the dumbest thing I've ever said.
How are things in good old Utah? Well, it's, you know, Utah-y. We're just, you know, playing Legacy and having a blast. Figured we'd put some spicy ones on camera tonight.
I spent yesterday in Idaho.
You were in Idaho yesterday. What were you doing?
Bear Lake. Just hanging around at Bear Lake.
That is a fun place.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like Ian's going to double fetch. Going to grab some number of dual lands.
So I saw Young Pyromancer. I'm not familiar with this deck at all, so I'm going to be surprised along with everyone else.
Yeah, he showed me, like, he's like, I'm playing something spicy tonight. I'm like, what? Oh, no. So I looked at it real quick. So it's got stuff like the one they printed in Modern Masters that does 5 damage, costs 6. So Vial Smasher, I don't know if you saw it earlier. Jorgensen put it in the chat. We'll throw it up on... what was it? Cards. info. It's going to be Vile Smasher the Fierce. But, yeah, there we go. So here, it's actually in play now for Ian. So we'll pull this card up because it is here. So whenever you cast your first spell each turn, Vile Smasher the Fierce deals damage equal to that spell's converted mana cost to an opponent chosen at random. So it was printed in Commander as a way to, like, you know, do crazy things with multiple players. But when you're playing single player, Force of Will costs converted mana cost is 5. Those miracles, even though you're casting them for 1 or 2, are like 6 and 7.
And it's always an opponent.
It's always an opponent, not you.
And it has partner, which is completely irrelevant.
It's irrelevant for Legacy. Yep.
Huh.
So, Gabe's gonna unmask you. Force, take 5. Pitching Force. Woohoo!
Lava Axe stapled to Counterspell, right?
Yes, he just plays the mediocre, expensive miracles. Yep. So, Temporal Mastery sounds terrible. Yeah. Temporal Mastery, Fiery something. It's like 6 mana, 5 damage, but you can miracle it for 1.
Oh, Thunderous Wrath.
Thunderous Wrath, that's the one.
That's like 7 mana, but you can miracle it for 1.
Thoughtseize myself. Showing Tidespout, Tyrant, and Exhume. We're going to try Exhume. There's Gristledad.
And so, oh, this is weird.
So it looks like Ian has a couple lands in hand, and he didn't want to... Oh!
What's the CMC on that?
I'm going to look it up 7 CMC.
That is...
Temporal Mastery. I'm going to take an extra turn. Random, you take 7.
And he's gonna have to beat him quick, I feel like, or else that Grizzlebrand is just gonna put him out of burn range, even though he's burning him for
another
like 7
draw.
at a time.
What do we get here? Looks like he drew a Portent. Okay.
Block your screen there.
Yeah, so Temporal Mastery. Take an extra turn after this one. Exile it. You can miracle it for 2.
That's not really the spell he wanted to see, though. Because he doesn't get his card until the next turn. He could just miracle it, though. And he gets to look at the top 3.
Yep, he gets to arrange them in any order.
He keeps it, though, so it looks like he's going to get a miracle.
Yep, bolt you. You take 1 from Vile Smasher.
Right.
That's 4. That's the game. Oh my gosh.
That was beautiful.
So, Ian takes round 1 on the backs of Temporal Mastery and Vile Smasher.
What a ride.
Oh, that's such a blast. So those players are going to start... Oh, yeah, let's change that to... Friday Legacy.
The good day.
Yeah, that was pretty gross. Gabe, resolves his Gristlebrand. He gets it into play. And it just kind of sits there. Not really doing anything.
A Tidespout Tyrant wouldn't have made that any different, though.
I don't think... Yeah, no, because it just... Like I said, it just sat there. He could have tried... he couldn't really... He couldn't draw 7 cards. Because...
No. Yeah, he just would have died sooner.
Yeah. He would have died just off that Temporal Mastery. So let's check in on our other table while those other players are sideboarding. So here we see a Veteran Explorer.
Against a Deathrite
Shaman. Wasteland your Bayou.
Flips it off the top. I'm sure he saw that off of a Brainstorm or something.
Yep, let's fix the color on this one. I think it's going to be Table 2 Cam, yeah.
You go for it.
Yeah.
I have no eye for color. You can move that out of the way if you want to see the video better.
Exposure about right there. Gain about right there. Oh, the white balance is like way off. That's a little more normal. Okay. So Bryce plays Young Pyromancer. Says go.
And Grixis Delver doesn't have any basic lands, so when that Veteran Explorer... He's just trying to avoid that Veteran Explorer dying at all, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, basically, he can't really attack into it because all his work with his Wastelands are just going to go away.
But he's got to have a plan. Like, is it just the Deathrite Shaman right now? I'm just going to Deathrite Shaman you from full?
Maybe. It really depends on what's in Bryce's hand. So he's got a Brainstorm, trigger Young Pyromancer, get a Charmander.
And...
So Spell Pierce, Daze, Lightning Bolt, and Polluted Delta. So
there's only one land in Jay's yard, so it looks like he's already missed a land drop, and he's just waiting.
He's like, yep, go ahead. End of turn, to you. Exile your Green Sun Zenith.
9 to go.
There's a Bolt. We saw earlier.
Yeah, he's a Spell Pierce in his hand, and a Bolt, and is that a Daze?
Yeah, Spell Pierce, Bolt, and Daze.
Still no luck on... Oh, he did hit a second land.
Yeah.
Still no luck on being able to cast anything, though.
So what is Nick Fitt's plan? Like, I'm not too familiar with the deck.
Siege Rhino, or anything else that's like 4 or 5 mana. Like, I've seen them run Gurix. Like, they can run big stuff. Just because they can hit, like...
Just like turn 2 Garrick when your Veteran Explorer dies because you get the mana advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just like a junk deck that just plays good creatures. Like, I've seen every variant of, like, what kind of creatures they run.
Yep. Okay, go ahead. I mean, I'd be... I guess you really can't get him for 1. It doesn't matter too much. Alright, so 3 will be Pernicious Deed. That is going to get Spell Pierced. Trigger Young Pyromancer. Go ahead. Eat your Pernicious... What's he got? Thoughtseize?
Yeah,
okay,
eat your Thoughtseize.
Eat your Thoughtseize.
Yeah, it also runs a lot of hand disruption, like Cabal Therapy and stuff to get rid of the Veteran Explorer.
Bryce is looking... Okay, so he is going to end of turn Bolt the Veteran Explorer. Because now he can just, like... Bryce feels like he can race. He's so far ahead that...
He's already got 3 land, and, like, going from 3 to, like,
3 to 5
6,
is different.
Is it 2 land? Yeah, it's 2 land.
Yeah. Bryce isn't even going to search.
Yeah, there's no use.
Grave Titan is kind of stable in this deck as well. Sometimes Sigarda.
I have seen Sigarda in most lists.
Is that old Sigarda, or like the one who says, I can't sacrifice? It's hexproof. It's like a 5/7.
The old one, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, because the new one is just like your humans have hexproof. Okay, so second Delver for Bryce here.
And let's see, 4 damage on board plus 4. So he's at 8 damage.
Not much room to wiggle.
He's going to be able to do damage this turn, though. So I think when Bryce untaps, Jay's dead. Unless he has some kind of huge blocker.
He just played the second Deathrite, so that one's not active yet.
Doesn't matter, though. It still adds up to 10, even without it.
So it goes to end of turn with the Shaman that's on board. That's active. And then, okay, so duress you.
I think you just fire off your daze just for a dude.
Yeah. Return an island.
Show you the thing I just returned.
Yep.
Did he trigger his guy?
Yeah, he's got 4 dudes. It's a die on a tap one. Oh, Pernicious Deed. Okay.
That's Phyrexian Tower? Does everyone know what Phyrexian Tower is?
Now that one is where you can sacrifice a creature and add 2 black to your mana pool.
Correct.
So... Okay, well...
I think Bryce takes that one down.
No.
No?
He had Pernicious Deed.
Oh, he Pernicious Deeded. I just saw people scooping up permanents, and I was like, oh, that's over.
Yeah. So... Jay able to stabilize... Clearing Bryce's board, and Bryce drew a Bolt for the turn.
Oh, so just a turn too late, right?
Yeah, so he's just going to pass. Jay will draw.
And all of a sudden, I feel like Jay's favored.
He's... I think he got that backward, Hibasan. I think it's is Love Life. But yeah, Pernicious Deed. Oh, baby! So, 5 mana Nissa. This is Nissa Vital Force. I'm going to pull that one up. That's a card I have in my standard JUL sideboard. That's
why you know what it is.
It untaps...
If you watch Legacy, you don't know what that card is. I didn't.
Alright,
I was really impressed.
Let's pull up the card.
I was impressed that you knew what it was.
Thank you for lighting up my sleepless night with Legacy. You're welcome, man. How's it going in Sweden? Yeah, we'd rather be playing Legacy and watching Legacy than watching the silly old Pro Tour. So, thanks for tuning in.
Oh, how weird.
Alright, so Wasteland. That's not going to do much here. So, the Nissa, +1s, turns land into a 5/5, which I think he's just going to keep doing.
Yeah.
Until his next turn. And Bryce has just got to say go. It can -6 now, which I don't think is going to be too relevant for this game, where you get an emblem with whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card.
Yeah.
Which is just
And he can get that deed back at any time. That's huge.
Yep.
Thragtusk.
Thragtusk.
Well,
yep.
That bolt looks real bad now.
I mean, it turns a 5/3 into a 3/3.
Woo!
Ooh, yeah.
Lot less
Alright,
good.
untap. Crunch at you for 5. You're down to 2. Bryce will draw a card, and...
Probably scoop him up.
Scoops him up.
Dang.
Okay. So, Bryce falling to the Nick Fitty.
Nick Fitty?
Nick Fitty scent.
I'm going to check out this other match.
Oh, uh-oh.
So it looks like there's a Sire and a Grizzlebrand in play already.
Ah!
He draws his card, shrugs, attacks for like...
Alright, here we go.
12?
Doing the Reanimator's doing the Reanimator thing. Just brought myself back into Legacy again, so I'm eager to again after the top ban. Took a little break. Yeah, it's been interesting after the top ban.
I think it's super healthy right now.
Yeah, Legacy is in a great place. There are so many decks.
Like, I don't think that there's like a one best deck. People were saying all kinds of decks. Okay, so I think it's 1-1 on this match, unless there was a quick match that we just completely missed.
I mean, we might have, but looks like Ian's sticking around, and these aren't the shuffling go. So, anyways, cool.
So we're in between matches on both sides now.
Yeah. Stoneblade, like Leo, seems kind of well placed at the moment. Yeah, Leovold's very good.
He got really popular, and then all of a sudden I stopped seeing him for like, it was like 2 or 3 weeks, and then now he's back in more like reasonable quantities. Because people were just like, well, out with True Name, in with Leovold, and then they're like, well, maybe not, and so I think we're past the testing him out phase, and he like is where he belongs, and people are saying he was too powerful, but I just think he's just right, like just good enough to be in Legacy.
I mean, why not both?
Because they're both 3-drops, and 3-drops are hard with Wasteland.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll see who's ready to go first. I think let's watch another game of the Vial Smasher Miracles.
Oh, I am down.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's put them back up. Looks like they're ready to go.
So we see a Temporal Mastery in his opening hand.
That's never a good sign.
I don't see another Brainstorm or anything. Yeah, he's just going to throw that back.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine this deck has to mulligan fairly often. There's just too many cards that are dead draws. It's extremely powerful, but I just see things going wrong.
You want to see this list? Yeah. Ian, I walked by Ian today and before we started here, and he's like, oh, I've got this, I'm playing something spicy. So I just take a flip through his deck and...
Did he brew this, or...?
I mean, it started out as like... It used to play like Fire Blasts, too. It was like a Vial Smasher burn deck. But this one is like... It's playing Portent and Young Pyromancer, so it's got a couple different, like, plans to it.
Yeah, I think it seems more consistent that you can stack the top of your library more.
Spicy's a mild word.
This deck is like ghost pepper spicy, I feel like.
No, the one that is ghost pepper spicy is Reanimator Depths, which we'll get into when we have a little bit of a break.
Yeah, Ian's hand there was 4 lands, I think like a young Pyromancer and some blue card.
That's no good.
And he had to throw it back. So we're going down to 5, boys.
Yikes.
Look, can you see any of the cards in Gabe's hand?
I really can't. He's scrying, though. And looks like he'll keep it on top.
Oh, just bad news.
Bad news bears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Brainstorm, Cabal Therapy, a Swamp, and a Ponder and a Young Pyromancer. That looks bad, too.
He kind of don't lead them astray. Hey now.
He kept his card on top, though. If he can hit something with this Cabal Therapy, he's definitely in it.
Okay, so Thoughtseize, Exhume.
Surgical.
And a
Grave
couple
Titan.
lands. So, I wonder what he named. So
Probably Reanimate. Just to give himself, like, a little bit more time.
Earthworm Jim, yeah. Yep. Ian is the Arcade Post enthusiast at the shop. He has all his tokens Arcade Post, and
Is that an Arcade Post, Matt?
it is.
Huh.
That is, as Tuber Tugger says, is Earthworm Jim.
I remember when my mom wouldn't let me play that game because I had guns in it.
I mean, I didn't get to play video games until I was like 15. So, that's a thing.
Another Cabal Therapy.
Okay, sweet. So what do you...
The Exhume.
Exhume, yeah.
It doesn't really matter that much, though.
Yeah.
Since he drew...
He drew another reanimation spell.
Yeah.
Sheltered Childhood. I mean...
That's Utah for you.
You're not that wrong.
So, I think... Is he probably just gonna Thoughtseize himself?
I wonder what he drew here. He kind of wants to do it on one turn so he doesn't get his target surgical. But he can kind of clear the way with Thoughtseize. I'm not sure what he wants to do.
This is an awful play, but if he gets, like, his reanimation spell, like, surgical or something, he can hit it himself so he doesn't get all of them taken out of his deck.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
That's really bad, though, and I don't think he's going to see it.
That's a lands play. That Paul put that in his lands deck. He put some surgicals in his sideboard because of that. Okay, so he's going to surgical your Cabal Therapies.
Oh, and this is kind of just to check if the coast is clear.
Yep.
He hasn't... Ian hasn't revealed his hand yet.
He hasn't.
That's going to happen.
Yeah, it will happen in a second here. Once he's done searching for Cabal Therapies in his library. Okay, there's my hand. This ring, 20 plus slug for a butt. Yep. Alright, Thoughtseize myself. Reveal another Exhume.
Ooh. I think he's...
Untap. Draw.
Unless it's a Force of Will.
Go. Even if it's a force, I mean... He's like, let me read Grave Titan.
Do I really want that to come in? It's gonna hit anyway.
So I get a Grave Titan.
If Eric was here, he would probably freak out a little bit that he's using Graveyard as tokens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does he have zombies?
He might. Ian's got a ton of tokens.
Wow.
Oh, the sweet Innistrad foil zombies. Pass the turn. Interp. I'm gonna draw again.
He has a Faithless Looting in
Hey,
hand.
we got an island. So ponder. There's a force. Ooh. So there's a Toxic Deluge, force, and something else on top. What? He's shuffling.
He just doesn't have the land.
Oh, he doesn't have the land for the deluge. Oh no.
That was the card he needed. Just he couldn't play it.
That's so sad.
And it's a ponder, right? So he couldn't just keep it and then hope for a land. He would be locked.
I mean, Tugger, Unmask and Legacy, it is card disadvantage, just like Force. It is free. I think it's a fantastic card.
Yeah.
I'll be playing two in my sideboard of Reanimator Depths. But it, yeah, it could probably see more play. It's just, it's harder. It's easier to have two blue cards and then two black cards.
You have to have a combo that's strong enough that you don't need all the cards in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not that many of those.
Yeah.
Like, Reanimator's really the only one that I can think of. So he hits his third land. One of those two cards in his hand. Well, I guess he could start chumping. Like, play a Young Pyromancer and then Brainstorm.
There's 8 power of zombies aside from the Grave Titan.
Yeah.
So that's...
So Toxic Deluge is out as a win.
Yeah. Yeah, he has to... He had to have it right there. I'm not sure what Ian's options are. He's going to play Young Pyromancer past the turn. Gable draw. Not sure what we're looking at here.
Brainstorm.
Before attackers. So Force, Ponder, Young Peasy. Couple Young Peasies.
Oh. He's gonna put both the Pyromancers back, it looks like.
Yeah, so you can have Force, blue card, draw Young Pyromancer, play a blue spell.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna trade with a zombie, chump the okay. So Ian will take 2, 4, 6. Go to 3. Faceless Looting.
It's probably gonna... I bet you there's gonna be another reanimate here that happens. It doesn't even need to.
He doesn't need to overextend. He can just win with this Grave Titan. Unmask you.
Did he discard to Faithless? Oh, okay. He's gonna discard the rest of his hand.
So resolve your Faithless before you cast your Unmask. Ian's like, whatever.
Yeah, it's not even worth the 1 life to... Yeah, you'd lose a blue spell.
Yeah.
So, looking pretty bleak here. Let's see if there's some card that I can't think of.
Well, he's kind of he's Brainstorm locked.
Ponder.
Yep.
And now he's out of mana.
Yep. Logic Knot. Ian's gonna shuffle. And this one is pretty much wrapped up. Hey, I'm masking deck with Young Pyromancer. Your card disadvantage still next to your card. Probably keeps the Pyromancer alive. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's very powerful. And then Ian will extend the hand. Yeah, he's dead.
Well, I'm just gonna go back to this other one then.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not in any way saying it's necessarily bad, but
I feel
the
like
decks with Young Pyromancer, that's black-red. You're already probably going to be playing blue as well. Obviously worse than the Cabal Therapy interaction. Yeah, you get two cards with Therapy.
You're usually trying to eke out tiny bits of card advantage with Young Pyromancer decks, and hurting yourself in card advantage usually you have to do some kind of combo to make Unmask worth it.
Yep.
And so now you're at least 2 colors. You're probably 3 colors. You're not going to have the black cards. If you do, you probably want to keep them in your hand. It's kind of weird.
All right.
It's not even really a tempo play.
So Jay is going to Green Sun for 1, leaving up Day's protection that he knows about, because Bryce is showing that it's revealed.
Probably for Veteran Explorer is what he's looking to get.
Probably. Grab him some lands.
There it is. And
sack him with Cabal Therapy?
Yeah, right away.
That's great. So I think the trigger goes on the stack first.
Yeah, he would go look for his lands
We go look for our lands before
he
this
can
resolves.
counter it or whatever first.
Yeah. What's going on here? Okay. So yeah, Bryce is gonna let his days go away. Trigger the Veteran Explorer. Yeah, that should have happened when he cast Cabal Therapy.
Yeah, in an inter-tournament, that can get you, like a really competitive RDL.
Mm-hmm.
People will be like, no, we resolved your Cabal Therapy. You can't decide now what lands you get.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not correct.
After seeing my hand. Yeah.
Like, even the whole, like, what do you call it? Reveal Angel that makes, in Reanimator, and then Scry. You have to do those in the right order or you don't get to reveal your Angel.
Yeah,
like,
pre-game actions happen after you scry. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think of, how that works. So Young Primate's just going to get frisky. And it's going to get Glory Charmed. All those poor tokens.
We see Deathrite live through yet another Golgari Charm.
Decent heads-up play with... Too bad there isn't a Black Mist Hollow Griffin. Oh, jeez. Yeah, no. No. So Bryce holding off on playing his Delver.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if he's just wanting to have to protect it.
Does he have a Force in hand that he might be looking...
Might have drawn a Force.
But there's Nissa again.
There's good old Nissa Vital Force. The not-so-standard All-Star.
Yeah, hit you for 5.
That card is the truth. Exile, you're him. You're at 6. I'm at 10. Yeah, I really would have played the Delver out. Because he might have been able to flip it this turn. That's 3 more damage.
Beat the Nissa down.
You're winning the race there. Granted, he doesn't know that Nissa's there. Okay, so he's got a Ponder.
But against Nick Fit, he's got to have a big fatty in his hand.
Mm-hmm. So I wonder what else is in Bryce's hand. So we see Force. Is that Cabal Therapy?
Can't really tell.
He's moved Force to the front.
It's kind of too late for Force, isn't it? I mean, you don't want to just be like, oh no, I have to deal with this, and then have something worse hit the field.
Yeah, like this Nissa is like,
it's a win
so
con.
good. Like, okay, I'm gonna make this basic land be a 5/5, and I'm going to kill you with my basic lands. That's sweet.
It's not even until end of turn, is it?
It's until the end of his turn.
Oh, okay.
Until Jay's next turn. So you can untap it and leave it up as a blocker. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's kind of nuts.
Bryce is a caster. He should know better than to hide his cards.
Every once in a while, he'll hold his opening hand out in front of him.
Yeah. I mean, because Bryce casts so much, it was a Cabal Therapy. Knew it.
Got it.
So he must have seen that Liliana the Last Hope. Because you don't blind name. Oh, that's why. That's why he was keeping his Delver in his hand. Because Liliana the Last Hope just kills it.
Okay.
And it's got the +1 ability with target creature gets -2,
so
or -2, -1.
He must have G-probed then.
Yeah. I can't... The glare, I can't see his graveyard.
That's the worst spot in the store for glare, I feel like. Just that one graveyard is what we can't see.
Yeah. I think once we, like, actually create a better feature match area, we can, like, do shades. And once we have the thing attached to it, we can change some stuff like that.
It's just gonna get better.
Oh yeah, always. But yeah, it's Jorgensen. It's I think it's different playing, even though like we sit back here as casters, like commenting on the match and talking about Magic. But like he's in the tank right now. Like you're not thinking about
someone
the stream.
else.
Yeah, you're not thinking about the stream necessarily when you're on camera. You're devoting all your attention to the match. Ugh,
so
man.
You don't look foolish.
Yeah, I think you just make a 5/5 again. You.
Oh. Well.
It's like I don't even need to Ultimate Nissa and draw more cards because I'm just going to make 5/5 lands that don't care about. Yep, 2 cards, Wasteland, and Delver. Yeah, there's a probe in the pile there.
All these basics against that Wasteland.
Nug you for 5. Oh yeah. I am completely on board with giving Bryce and Kyer all the crap all the time. Especially this is the time when we can do it on Fridays when they're playing and not casting. So
okay, so he's down to 4 and he chose to do him damage instead of gain life. I think that was like if he drew a bolt he would win the game here.
Virtual 2. So he can block drain. Gives him another turn to draw a bolt.
Yeah. This is so close.
Yeah, it is very close. I wonder what's in Bryce's hand. I didn't get to see what he drew.
Yeah, he did it real sly-like.
Sly?
Cooper?
What? Ooh, I think Jorgensen, I think he took it out. It was so good last week, I know.
He doesn't like winning, I guess.
Apparently he doesn't like winning. I'll ask him when the round's over. For ya. But looks like, let's see.
Is he looking for what he can eat?
Must be, yeah. He's got that Golgari charm chilling. What did Jay draw?
And he's digging through his graveyard.
It's like, let me take a look.
He's not thinking about activating Nissa. So 5.
Titania! Oh, man. Okay. That's a card. He's going to read that.
Like that?
Scroll down. Protector of Argoth. Yep. That is Titania, Protector of Argoth. She is an all-star in the Gitrog monster. So when it enters the battlefield, return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Alright.
And then when a land is put into your graveyard from play, you make a 5/3 token.
So it doesn't do anything this turn. So he's gonna Bryce is gonna get his draw step.
Yep. Draw step.
A force. That looked like a force. Yep. Force and Cabal Therapy. Nope.
And Bryce offers the hand, so yeah, that was game 2. So, Jay taking it down. Yeah, Titania is... Whew, she's so good.
Just Nick Fit just beating people down with just their lands.
Yeah. We convince him to run the best card in Legacy. He goes 3-0 because of it, and then he cuts it. Some people just don't want to win, I guess. Yeah, I mean, he fulfilled the stip. You know what? While we're on a little bit of a break here, since both of our feature games have finished, I'm going to go find him right now and confirm whether that is in his deck. So, one moment. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll just be hanging out.
Cool.
Oh, man. Let's see how he's sideboarded. So, Submerge. Submerge is definitely a card you want to put in here. The Golgari Charm. The Surgical is kind of interesting. Do you bring in Surgical Extraction against Grixis Delver? I didn't think you did. Especially if you have... I don't know. Let me look something up. Huh. He brought in 3 Surgical Extractions. He must be really confident that he needed that card. Does anybody know why you would bring in Surgical against Grixis Delver? I'm trying to think. Like, it's not just for...
And you know, Jorgensen is totally right. Oh, so good. So, Kyer is not... Let's go back here. The other one...
Yeah, you're the other one.
Oh. I'm Patrick.
Like
no,
that?
Yeah, like that. No, this is the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick.
This is the other one.
So, someone is not playing a Rancor in their deck tonight, aka Kyer, and someone lost their first round.
Oh! Is he putting it back in?
Well, he can't because we started the tournament. And you can't change your deck mid-tournament.
Okay.
But, it is certainly justice.
I played at shops where they're like, yeah, that's alright, because it's just so non-competitive. I think the people here play a little bit more serious, though, so I can see.
I mean, yeah, you just try your lists. You play your 60 cards, and
yeah.
Your 75, and that's
Have you ever walked into a deck, you play your game 1, and you're just like, I've made a huge mistake?
We did the pre-release, but in limited formats, that is okay. You can do that in limited formats, but not there. So, yeah, so Sweet Justice, Kyer lost because he didn't have a Rancor in his deck. Ooh. So, something we wanted to talk about is a couple things. Oop, dropped it. First off, our website is live. We can now finally make sales and send stuff to people. And we have a sweet deal this weekend.
Where's the website?
To kick things off, it is ParagonCityGames.com. I think it's just a page down in the stream plugs.
Get out of here,
there,
chat.
yeah,
It keeps switching.
Yeah, there we go. So we can post that link in chat. What I have here...
Link.
There we go. Are our Goyf rocks. They are Tarmogoyf dice that have the... Get into focus there.
Those look nice.
The numbers that go up and down. These are all metal, so these are like super high quality. And they're on sale this week only, this weekend only at $7. So you can pick them up in store for $7 or online at ParagonCityGames.com. And we posted that link.
Yep, it's right here.
Okay. What?
What?
Wrong link.
That's the wrong one.
Wrong link.
I said copy.
It wants you to just Control C. Google is kind of weird.
I right-clicked it and said copy, and then I was like, do you want a copy? Sorry.
Yeah, Jorgensen.
I blame Google. I'm just gonna do that.
Okay.
It's easier than taking responsibility.
Yeah, like blaming Worth when you draw bad on Magic Online.
Yeah, these are like, they're heavy. They're fun to hold.
Yeah, for sure. So, Koi for Rocks, they come in the gold and the silver. We'll be doing a Kickstarter soon for the Magic player kits, which will have a bunch of different metal dice that Magic players use in it from Die Hard. But yeah, those products are available this weekend. So, Brian wanted to make that.
It's amazing.
Available. You know what I should have done? I should have checked the time in the round and how many rounds we had left.
I'm going to go do that and grab a drink real quick.
Dope.
That's all right.
That sounds like a blast.
I'll get behind you.
So tonight we have... I'm going to take your seat.
No!
I'm Sean now.
You're still the other one.
Okay, I'll sit over here. All right. Yodi, yes, we will be streaming the PPTQ tomorrow. I was just about to talk about that. So, PPTQ tomorrow. Registration starts at 10 o'clock. We'll start the event at 11. I feel weird like being like off-center when it's just me. So I am going to move this here and be center. Because talking to the camera like this is just much better. The event will start at 11. It's $25 registration. There will be, I think, 7 packs per player into the prize pool that come. So I think we've got like 24 here tonight for Modern. So that's sweet. And tomorrow, Kyra and I will be casting the Modern PPTQ. So it's certainly going to be a blast. Yes. What else I have to talk about? Well, he's checking that there. Let's see. That's there. So I'd like to just thank everyone for tuning in. We got about 15 people on right now. I mean, it's just much better to be watching Eternal Magic than Standard and Draft. Standard, whatever. Oh, he's back!
Hooray!
Hooray! So
No, stop clapping, stop clapping.
I don't think they were clapping. We weren't clapping. So what? How much time is left?
Did not check. That's why I need this. I get dumb when I get hungry.
You get hungry? You grabbed a drink.
50 seconds.
50 seconds. All right, so we're at about time. We'll double check to see how many matches are still going. Anyways, let's see if there's anything. Here's my thing. There we go. Two. Looks like Bryce is doing some trades right now. Oh, Jorgensen! Thank you. What card did you get? I'm interested because I help Jaden with the TCG store. So Bryce is doing some trades. I'm gonna move off my face. Right now, Bryce is doing some trades on table 2. I'm gonna kind of showcase some of his altars here. He just got back from Comic-Con. In fact, one of these times I want to really show off his work, because it is really pretty. I think that's a Mercadian Mass counterspell. Yeah, I'm picking up his Mind Stone and Thran Dynamo for my Duretti EDH deck. I've been pimping that out. Oh, I know what to talk about. Reanimator Depths.
Oh, that's the deck you're building, right?
Yes, it is the deck I'm building.
That door just opened on its own.
Jeez, door.
I keep having to stand up.
Going up and down. Turn around, boot, scoot, and boogie. Alright, we'll go back to us.
I am wearing boots. So.
Okay, so Reanimator Depths. It is a deck that has been putting up some results on Magic Online. Paul sent me a list that I am roughly going off of.
It's playing 2 combos.
Yeah. This is the list I'm currently going off of.
Andrew Phillips from Star City.
Yeah. So he played this deck in the team event this last weekend. So take a look. So take a first glance at this deck and tell me what you think.
It really just looks like two combo decks that have been
kind of smushed together.
Smashed together in an unholy way with a main deck Pithing Needle.
Oh yeah. So it plays a main. This guy was playing a main deck Pithing Needle because he's playing 3 Beseech the Queen. It's this awesome Magic card. Did we put a Euro one on this one? I don't think.
Up. Oh wait. No,
think we did.
Can.
We can add it there, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. It's okay. Sean's got the.
Keep talking.
Sean's got the sweet technology-ness. Yeah, on the stream. This deck is pretty sweet. I was on Infect, but I have swapped it over to... I sold my Noble Hierarchs for a modern deck. I picked up Storm. So it plays 3 Beseech the Queen.
You grab the URL?
Yeah, grab the URL, copy.
Work?
Worth.
Same page.
Alright, so there it is. It lets you search for a card with CMC less than or equal number of lands you control, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. So with Reanimator Depths, you can, if you have a Hex Mage, you can go tutor a deck depths. Because it says a card, it's not a...
Yeah.
If you have a Reanimate, you can go get a Entomb.
So
you can get the other part of your combo that you're missing.
It seems like it's like back-breakingly quick, but it's given up on even trying to stop the other person.
I mean, you do have 4 Thoughtseize main, and I'm going to play 4 Collective Brutality.
All right.
So you do have some interaction. You can go long and just cast a Grave Titan. But you do have those quick hands. It also has
4 Urborg. Does that seem like a little bit much?
No. It's consistency. I'm also going to be playing 1 Scrubland and 1 Lake of the Dead in main.
Lake of the Dead?
Lake of the Dead. Oh man,
your face lighting up when I ask you what a card is.
Ooh, baby.
I'm just gonna pretend like I don't know things now.
This happened in Cube on Sunday, which I think if we only got 8 or 6 people for Cube on Sunday, which Jorgensen was curious about us of streaming it. So if we have an odd number, we're totally gonna stream Cube. Reconnection successful. Okay, so we did disconnect.
We're back.
It looks like now we're back. Okay, we're back. We're back. Oh, there we go.
Wasn't me.
Too much for it. Okay. So this card, stop it. There we go. Yay, back. It's alive!
We just dropped all of a sudden.
Yeah. It's been... What? What the? Alt. Fix it.
There we
Fix
go.
it.
We can... Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Okay.
Yeah, so... If Lake of the Dead went into the battlefield, sacrifice a swamp instead. If you do, put Lake of the Dead on the battlefield. If you don't, put it into its owner's graveyard. Okay. So you have to sacrifice a swamp when it enters the battlefield. And then you can sacrifice a swamp to add 4 black to your mana pool.
You're gonna play this?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like a dark ritual that can't be countered.
Have you heard of Wasteland?
That's why you play like all these basics.
Yeah, and then a whole bunch of Urborg, just in case you don't.
The deck is sweet. The deck is sweet.
You built this?
I'm almost there.
All right. Are you proxied like what you don't have?
Yeah. So it's been putting up results on Magic Online with a couple different. Like variations.
How much money is Lake of the Dead?
Like $15.
What?
It's a powerful Magic card. Like, you get to add so much mana to your mana pool. It is.
I won't like.
See, Jorgensen knows. Jorgensen knows what's up. Lake of the Dead is great.
I mean, I wouldn't have like even said that this deck was playable. So
the
this
other
is
thing
all
that's great too
taking like
is if you have an Urborg out, the Lake of the Dead is a swamp, so you can sacrifice itself to it. It's reserves list too. That's another reason why it's like a little more expensive. But yeah, it's this is the Vintage Masters printing online. But it was only it was printed in Alliances.
Oh, I like the Alliances art better.
Oh, for sure. You're like, let's put the Alliances art.
Yeah,
down.
we're going with this one. Yeah.
That's the actual, Peat Ventures.
Better. Like, it looks like it's actually underwater,
mm-hmm.
and
it's freaking gorgeous.
Oh man,
like, the art is
it's like that. This is why I got into
choice.
Magic, was that the art looks so morbid, and like that's this guy's skeleton.
Yep.
Oh man,
that's sweet.
Okay, it looks like we're starting.
Oh, whoa! Did we get?
Yeah,
I guess
we got pairings.
Pairings up while we were.
You want to run out there real quick?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take a look at seeing who's
start
here.
typing.
So on the other table we have Jay versus so not this one.
The other table.
Yep. So we got Jay and Gabe. Gabe's on Reanimator.
I am going to be lazy and ruin everything. Jay
and he's on Nick Fit.
Oh.
So that's cool that we got them back again. Okay.
Yeah, but ruin everything.
Back to some Magic. And then on table 2,
this one,
we have Jason Avery. So Jason on, looks like, I think it's Eldrazi.
That's a Walking Ballista.
But it's colorless. Yeah, it's Eldrazi. And he's playing against Jeff Rafferty on Reanimator?
It's not Geoff, is it?
No, Jeff, yeah. It's that Jeff. Ugh. Yeah, I wish I had gone out and Sean doesn't have OCD confirmed.
No, I'm like as long as it works, let's get this thing done.
We're the exact opposite. See, I'm very.
He spent like 10 minutes refixing the camera, and then someone would kick it, and then he'd run back out there and be like, "Oh, I gotta fix this," and I was just like, "It looks perfect."
It's true. It wasn't right. It was like off by like that much.
Look,
and it still is.
It got kicked again. That was him. You kicked it the last time.
I did. It also caught on my pocket earlier. My pocket like caught on the rig. Watching you swap those triggered me.
It should bother you even more because they're labeled left and right, and now they're on the wrong sides. Just in case you didn't know.
Time to sleep up my legacy deck. Have I converted you to play Reanimator Depths, Hida-san?
No.
Oh, no, it's a great deck.
I think you're crazy, but
I think Brian summed it up best. He told me, he's like, Patrick, it's like you're playing vintage 2-card Monty in Legacy. I know they are. That's the part that bothered me. Yeah. So that's a Sire of Insanity. Reanimate.
Angel.
Angel. Okay. Chancellor of the Annex.
And he's on 1 land right now.
Yep.
So is that the end of... Yeah, they both discard his hand before he even gets to untap.
Yep, he doesn't even get to untap. Here's my 1/1. I guess I can block your Sire, but I don't know. He might not even attack with Sire.
He's not going to attack with Sire. I wouldn't.
Miracles earlier, Beast Stoneblade, blue-white. Yeah. Oh, he is going to just send him with Sire. I guess he has some basics to go grab too.
Okay, it ends the game a little bit quicker, doesn't it?
Ooh, why isn't he searching? Veteran Explorer says each player, right?
Yeah, but Jay doesn't have to prompt him, and Gabe is just missing his trigger or whatever.
Oh man, let's pull that up.
Veteran Explorer?
Yeah, you got it. Say that I'm not crazy.
It is both people. I don't have to look it up to know that.
Dies. Each player may search his or her life. Yeah. He just missed it. Maybe Gabe only has the one swamp? Well...
It's Popsicle.
Popsicle?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a Deathmatch Shaman. Trigger Chancellor. Says counter unless you pay 1. Rawr. He might only have 1. I'll have to ask him after the round. See how many swamps he's playing. Be a little teaching moment. But I mean, it doesn't end up mattering because Sire of Insanity and Chancellor do their thing and crush the opposition.
That's why you can play Unmask in that deck.
Yeah.
Is because he just played Sire off of 2 cards and then got 7 cards.
Well, I mean, it's also an enabler. It puts your reanimation thing into the graveyard.
It works
so
as part of the combo.
You're really not losing any cards by doing it.
And then, if you just activate Grizzlebrand, it's nice to be able to be like, get rid of these cards and just make sure that I'm gonna win with this.
Sure. So yeah, I don't know what deck Jeff is borrowing tonight because he's normally on red-white taxes, which, yeah.
Well, it's Reanimator, but whose is your question?
Yeah, because Jeff this isn't his normal deck. It's he's normally on red-white taxes, so it's a little different.
Just waiting for one of these to start.
Yeah, whoever gets finished sideboarding first. I'm not sure who took it down out there. Let me go ask real quick so we can update.
Okay.
Yeah, so Reanimator took that first game down.
That's not altogether surprising. I feel like Eldrazi doesn't have that many ways to interact with.
Not really.
Deck.
I mean, if it has an early Chalice, it can.
It can shut off one of the reanimating cards.
Yeah, that's the thing is like reanimation spells. They're really varied between 1 and 2. The only really, I guess, most of them are on 2. With Exhume and.
But it's hard to cast a Chalice for 2.
Yeah.
The way Eldrazi works is usually you have a temple, and that's how you're getting so much mana, and that doesn't work for a Chalice.
Sure, certainly, yep. So, but that's the other thing, like, we've seen Reanimator on 3 of our 4 matches so far. Granted, like, one of them has been the same player, but
yeah,
there's a lot of, like, graveyard stuff at this shop, which... If you look at my Reanimator depths list that I'll be playing, can you tell that I'm excited about this deck? I don't know. It plays 4 Leylines on the board.
And 2 surgical.
And 2 surgical. Like, it's not going to lose to another graveyard
Extirpate is the one that's also surgical, isn't it?
Yes, but it has split second, so it can't be countered.
Wow, you really don't like graveyards.
Nah. They run the same 8 soul ends.
I think it is kind of... This deck is kind of cool that the Reanimator can just lose if there's a Leyline in play sometimes, and, like... If
you can just Mirage them.
Yeah, Merit Lage doesn't care about the graveyard, so I kind of like that. You get 1 more point.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay, we're going to watch this... Nope. Yep.
These guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Chalice for 1.
Turn 1.
Through Chancellor with the Spirit Guide.
Yeah, the Chancellor got his Gorilla Shaman, and if he plays any more land, he's going to have to go back on land, but...
Yeah, I mean, he can float the...
Float the 2.
Ooh, a cage. That's very good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably just slamming cage here.
Does he have any more land? Walking Ballista for 1.
1. I guess he's going to wait. I would have slammed the cage there. Because that would give...
You know that he's not going to play anything for 1?
Yep. Interesting. I mean, if he had a Thoughtseize, like, you lose your cage. Right? Which is your hate card.
Well, the Thoughtseize is just going to get chaliced.
Oh, I mean, Thoughtseize are... what's the other one? Like Collective Brutality. Some discard spell.
But it would have to cost 2.
Yeah.
And, yeah, losing your cage is pretty big. Captain QC.
I guess Collective Brutality only takes an instant or sorcery.
See this comment? What do you do against Caracas?
It seems so bad. Worse than normal Adorator? We figure out Caracas.
But figure out, he means lose, cry, play the next match.
No, I mean... you bring in Helm Leyline combo. That's your answers to Caracas. Yeah, it plays non-legendaries. It has a Grave Titan. It's like it can win with Grave Titan. That's the answer. Thanks, Jorgensen. Jorgensen's got my back.
You just have to somehow get
trigger. Don't forget you gotta sack your city. Yeah, there you go. He didn't even play anything. He played a Ghost Quarter and...
No, he probably just had lands piling up in his hand, and he was like, it's time to start moving forward so that I can get past 3.
Turn 1 Sire beats Caracas, but I'm not playing red-black, though, Jorgensen. That's the trick. So, Petal. Go. Oh, because he played the Chalice on 1, he can't... That's why... Okay, I'm losing my mind.
That makes a lot more sense. I didn't even realize
his cage would get countered. I didn't even think about that.
It's symmetrical.
It's all part of the plan.
So, did he draw that cage then? Because I feel like I would have slammed the cage before I played the Chalice. Doesn't it seem like better?
I think he drew the cage after he played the Chalice.
Okay. That would have to be what it is, because otherwise I think that's just wrong.
Captain QC, we all have bad matchups every now and again, and it's okay.
But to the point where a single land is destroying your deck?
Sure.
I'm just giving you crap.
So, Jeff has a bunch of lands because he's got Reanimate and Entomb in his hand, but he can't cast them. So there's an Eldrazi.
It's the one where when it does
Matter
draw
Reshaper.
a card.
Yep.
Matter Reshaper.
It reveals cards from the top of your library until...
Nope, it's just you reveal the top card, I thought. Well,
Nope.
I'm going to look it up.
Oh, yeah. Jeff's going to take a read, and so will we. Okay, so reveal the top card of your library. You may put that card onto the battlefield if it's permanent with CMC 3 or less. Otherwise, put that card into your hand. So it ramps you if it's a land, and it draws you a card if it's not. So Brutality, pitching an Archon. Let's see what's going on. So he's got Cage.
So if it's a like a Chalice of the Void, can you just jam that in your hand?
What do you mean?
With Matter Reshaper, because it's CMC 3 or less.
Mm-hmm. It puts it on the battlefield. It gets around Chalice.
You may put that card onto the battlefield.
Yeah, it doesn't cast it, so it doesn't check for Chalice.
Right, no, but like if it is a Chalice, and you don't want to cast it for 0, or put it on the battlefield on 0,
yep.
Can you just jam it in your hand?
You may put it into your hand, right? You may put that card on the battlefield if it's permanent CMC 3 or less. Otherwise, put that card into your hand.
Okay.
So take your Entomb. I guess because he has double Reanimate, it doesn't quite matter. Oh, no! After he draws the Thought-Knot Seer, comes the Exhume.
And then Ballista's gonna come in and die immediately.
He's like, he reached for it, like he was gonna grab it, and then just didn't.
What is this?
He's like, you want to put it into play? It's like, sure. This is a Blazing Archon. So he says, creatures can attack you.
That's not even good.
Flying 5/6. I mean, it definitely beats up on Eldrazi's.
Oh, it's a lion. Okay.
No, you're lion. Bad puns all day. Courtesy of me. So Blazing Archon, flying over for 5. Sweet little 4-turn clock Jeff has assembled here.
Can't see.
And Jason just... Whoa, whoa.
I was seeing if we cut off the dice or that was just the camera.
I think it's just the players move them. I don't think... Jason hasn't played too much on camera, so we want to keep it...
There was a 7.
In frame.
It looks like he's at... I'm going to guess 4. No, he's at 6.
He's at 10. He was at 20. Blazing Archon is attacking twice. Dismember. Oh. Which member? Dismember.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Well, Jason has come up with the answer. He has killed the Blazing Archon, punching Jeff down to 4. So now we need a 2-mana reanimate spell. It is a land. Go. Jeff will make him kill him. Eldrazi Temple.
Huh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eldrazi Smasher. Reality Smasher. Smash Face.
Then we go to game 3.
Yep. Sweet.
With an Archon in play, I was kind of scared, but...
Yeah, it looks like Jason was able to find the line where he drew his Dismember, gave him -5/-5, and then used that Walking Ballista he had for 1 to ping it to finish it off. That was a pretty good play.
I was kind of doubting the Ballistas, but after seeing that, like, it's hard to doubt. Like,
they're powerful. Let's see what's going on over here.
There's already an Angel in play.
Yeah. That's tough.
And so he has a... Is that a Cabal Therapy?
Yep, Cabal Therapy and one other card in hand. Like, let me take a look at your graveyard. So we see Faithless Looting, Thoughtseize, Reanimate, Lotus Petal. Wear.
So he's at 10, and so he must have...
done some amount of Thoughtseize plus Reanimate by Chancellor.
There's already a Lily in the yard. Is there... that Thoughtseize must have hit Lily.
Yeah. Because Lily is very good against Reanimator. It's like, oh, you've got one creature? How about you sacrifice it?
I feel like in our meta, where there's this many Reanimator decks, if you just showed up with, like... There's a couple of Lily players, but... I don't know. Not enough.
Alright, so we see... So he's going to be surgicaling the Entomb. We're going to find all of the Entombs.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he's got Unmasked Dark Ritual, and I think an Exhume is the card.
Oh yeah,
the card with the foiling, the glare. So he's got another reanimation spell. He wants to make sure that Jay wants to make sure that Gabe doesn't add more to his graveyard to reanimate.
Yeah, if it was a reanimate spell with the same name as one in the graveyard, that's what he would hit. But
yeah, but I don't think he knew. There's no Exhume in the graveyard. He didn't know the other 2 cards. So
we're probably going to see that Faithless Looting being fired off this next turn if he doesn't hit something good.
Probably.
And he'll have an extra black mana after he's done.
We see Cabal Therapy. He chooses not to cast it. I'm not sure why you wouldn't want to just take that Exhume away. Gabe draws another Delta. At you for 5.
Because he could pay the 2. Because it's the Angel is out, so you'd have to pay 2 for that Cabal Therapy in his hand.
Yeah.
So
mana was not an issue.
I'm just trying to figure out why he wasn't.
I guess he wanted to just keep up his Deathrite Shaman. That has to be what he was thinking. Jorgensen, it's in Gabe's hand. It's the last. I think it's the last card underneath. So we see Dark Ritual,
the blindingly light one,
the Unmask, and then Underneath that, I believe it's an Exhume. So even if there's no creatures to eat for Deathrat Shaman, so
that's his graveyard, right?
Yeah, he moved his graveyard up there. I'm not sure why exactly. Jay pondering over this card that he drew. Slams the Leovold down. Gives him a handshake. So. Alright.
I thought I saw it for a second and it kind of looked like Reanimate. Maybe. I don't know. That was weird.
No, yeah, it's. Let's see. Where to. Oh, so he's going through his sideboard cards. Yeah, it was an Exhume.
Okay.
The Graveborn. Alright, let's go back.
Check up on the other match?
The other match. Yep.
Things
are happening.
Take down this Archon.
Well, it's back. Looks like he's got Gristlebrand and Archon in his graveyard. So Jeff was on the play. Cast a few spells. Reanimate. Gristlebrand.
Is that...
Go.
Man. That was turn 1?
Oh, yeah.
And he has like 6 cards in his yard? That's impressive.
Yeah, there is a lot of Reanimator tonight. Granted, like, one of them was the same player. Like, Gabe was back on camera. But, like I said earlier, Jeff is not a Reanimator player. He's been on taxes. Oh. he has the cage. So, endless 1 for 2. Chrome Mox. What does he have in hand? So 7 at you. Jason, bring your dice down. Follow Jeff's lead.
If the camera was up, we probably could see it. But he got knocked. So he's up to 4 mana to cast Eldrazi's.
Thought not. He's got a Simian Spirit Guide in hand. Turn 1 cage too late. Yeah. That's always a sad sight to see.
He's gonna equip that Jite.
Okay. Attack you. Get a couple counters on my Jit. And I guess I'm going to gain 6. Right? Like... Leyline of the Cage.
Wait, who's going to gain 6? Why?
So... the third option with Jite, right? You can gain 3 life with your counters.
That's 2 life, but yeah.
Oh, is it 2? Okay. So, I mean, it sucks, but like it helps mitigate some of the damage. Or you could just like try and
combine it with a Dismember. I think he's trying to combine it with a Dismember. I don't see any other way out of this game.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he doesn't have to do anything with his counters right now. Gristlebrand is not positive life gain, like with the drawing of 7 cards. Now he's back at 17. It's just like, ugh. That's so much.
But so far he's taken 14 damage, so he should be at 7. So he should be able to play a Dismember if he draws it.
Yep. So we can't actually reanimate anything because of that lovely little cage, unless
you can just
exile this Animate Dead. Unless no, Exhume doesn't even do it either. Yeah, it just says cage just says creatures
can't.
So
you can't do that.
Stop it. So Chancellor and is that another Gristlebrand drawn for Jeff? It's kind of hard to tell exactly what he drew. Yep. Okay.
So
put some more dudes in the yard.
But he's up to 5 mana right now, so he can start casting things pretty soon here.
That's gross. Let's see. He drew the Dismember.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, Jason might win this. Embreth is a hero. Embreth, thank you for the sub.
Nice.
Yes. Thank you so much for subscribing.
That makes us so happy.
You are a hero, Embreth. My point was off screen, and then it switched.
We pointed at the screen where we see it.
Yeah, I was looking at this one, and then we want you to be a hero. Thank you so much.
Just just that ripping that dismember off the top. That was pretty amazing.
That was very good.
So now Jeff is going to have to play some creature. Like, he's going to have to pay mana for it to even get in this game.
He's taking out a reanimate target. Yeah, right? That's been pretty clutch for Jason. And now he can just, like, ride this Endless one to victory. Because there's a Blood Moon.
You see his posture there? Just like...
yeah, right? He's got the...
I just killed your Grizzlebrand posture.
The fingers interlocked. Very cool, calm, and collected.
It's kind of like, do something.
Just gotta feel bad about that. Yeah, that's... He's like, I'm supposed to cheating these big things so they don't die.
There's a Butt Moon.
There's a Blood Moon. I'm not sure if that's, like... Doesn't do too much. It stops... Yep. Here's a mountain. City doesn't trigger.
Yep.
So here's a blister for 1. Okay. We've increased the clock. So pump.
I think he's just gonna stack up counters.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna be like, okay, you finally get a creature in.
I'll just kill it.
You're gonna end up having to block, and then I don't know, pump as many times as I need.
Send an Entomb Drone for Jeff. Go ahead.
With that GT plus all of these ballista counters,
3 for another endless one. Okay.
Pretty soon here, he's just gonna be able to ping down whatever he needs to. He essentially has a machine gun right now.
Yeah. All he needs is just to get up another. If he gets another land, Jason can start pumping up the ballista.
I don't think he'll ever get to do that, though, because he has so many counters on GT that he's just going to pump his creature into
Yeah, he's also, too, winning. It's worth saving those counters. That is a good observation, Jorgensen. He's at a very low life total because he had to pay 4 for his Dismember.
And got hit.
And he got hit with the Grizzlebrand twice.
Yeah.
So it's like, he doesn't have much wiggle room.
Out of sight, out of mind. I kind of forgot about his life total.
Yeah, well, it is off.
He sees the Wear and Tear, and he's going to hit the Grafdigger's Cage.
Okay.
So now all of his reanimate spells are active.
They are. I wonder how many counters are on that Jitte. If he can...
It's anywhere from 4 to 6. It's
so
one of
Dark
those two.
Ritual...
He has Reanimate and Exhume.
I guess you go for Exhume because there's no...
It's a Reanimate, right?
It's... Yeah.
Looks like 2
and
Reanimates.
There's an Animate Dead and a...
Oh, it might be 2 Animate Deads and an Exhume. I'd probably go with Exhume and just...
Because Jason doesn't have any creatures in his graveyard.
Right.
Is that a tap Lotus Petal? Yeah,
I think that's a Mox Diamond or something.
Well, there's a Mox Diamond, and then it looks like it's on top of a Lotus Petal.
That's a Chrome Mox.
I think it's a Chrome Mox and then a Lotus Petal underneath it. That Lotus Petal needs to go away.
I thought it was a Mox Diamond, but it's probably a Lotus Petal.
That's gone.
Yep, that is a Lotus Petal. Derp derp. It was a Lotus Petal.
It was a Lotus Petal.
I was like, it has to be a Mox Diamond. Okay, so he played a Grizzlebrand and a Blazing Archon.
Ugh. So, what started out as like the what is that they use with the wizards? It's the advantage bar. Advantage bar went all the way over to Jason and then back over to Jeff. This pedal's busted. It's not that busted. Yeah. It's only a fifth of a Black Lotus. Or a third? It's a third. It's a third of a Black Lotus.
Math.
Yeah. So, yeah. I should have checked while I was out there how many counters are on Jason's Jet.
It's either 4 or 6, and either way, if it was 6, I feel like he would just be like, okay, blow up your Archon or something, right?
Looks like it was 6.
But he kept counters.
There's one. I think there's one left on it. I think we need to.
That's interesting. Why would he prefer to use his ballista over that last counter on the GT?
It's a little more versatile. You can gain 2 life.
So he's at 4 though. All right. So with this attack,
it's like I'm just gonna take it. Go to 5. Puts 2 counters there. Eldrazi Mimic. Go.
And so Grizzlebrand is... Ooh.
Oh, no.
So yeah, we're going to see a whole bunch of life gain from that GT. And then it's going to get blowed up.
It's going to go away. So, tear... Where? And Jason shows him the hand.
Yep.
Ugh. Yeah, so that one...
That was close.
Was very swingy.
Yeah, that's the word for it. It's swingy for sure.
Back and forth. 2-1 for Mr. Jeff. I kind of want to ask him, like, why are you on Reanimator tonight and not, taxes? What the deal is. 1/5 Black Lotus is busted. It's not that busted. Yeah. Yep, for sure. Okay, well, while we're in this little bit of a break here...
I'm a nerd, so I'm trying to do math. Would it be 2/3? 2/3 of a mana? If it was 1/5 of a Black Lotus? I don't know.
You're getting into unterritory,
yeah.
And I'm not sure I like it. Okay, so we'd like to thank some of our friends of the stream. Starting off with Kitchen Table Magic. Paragon City Games would like to recognize Kitchen Table Magic as a friend of the stream. Sam Tang does a wonderful job speaking with members of the community. Kitchen Table Magic is the place to listen to stories told by the wonderful people in the Magic the Gathering community. Also, Eternal Durdles. Eternal Durdles is a legacy podcast that is weekly done by Hipsters of the Coast. It is hosted by Zach Clark, who's an MTG veteran, and our Paragon City local, Nathan Golia, which he's always playing some crazy brews. I should have seen what he was on tonight. On Tuesday, he was playing, like, Landfall.
Oh!
The Night Landfall deck.
Yeah.
So, that was pretty cool.
I saw that. I didn't... he wasn't on stream or anything, I don't think. But,
no.
like, yeah, playing Step Links.
Because he went... I think he went 1-3 or something on Tuesday. If Petal was 1/5 Black Lotus, it would add 5 as the presumption.
Do you know what he was trying to do? Was it like some kind of Lotus Cobra combo, or was it just like, I'm gonna beat your face in with Step Links?
It's basically, it was a beatdown deck. He was playing the first strike guys that gets +2/+2 and like and
played a GP'd.
Yeah,
because
that guy.
Most of the landfall cards are Pauper, and I've built a Pauper landfall deck. It's not even good in Pauper.
You're kind of you're the Pauper aficionado.
Yeah, I play Pauper and Legacy, and that's about the only formats I play.
Okay.
Like I own a Commander deck, but I don't play Commander.
Let's go back here. Back to us.
There we go.
Okay. Nope, we're in studio. There we go. Back to us with no Blazing Arc. Okay. So you play Commander, not very much Commander. Who is your general?
Arkham Dagson. And so, do you know Arkham Dagson? It's my turn to be excited.
Everyone gets excited when they can bring up their.
So he's kind of a d-bag. I don't know how to spell his name.
Is it? There's a K?
Nope.
Oh, there he is.
It's Daggsson, so I confused that with... So, what you do with Arkham Dagson... Target creature's controller target artifact creature's controller sacrifices it. That player may search his or her library for a non-creature artifact, put it into play, and then shuffle his or her library. So you kind of speed him out a lot of the time with artifacts and artifact creatures that produce mana.
Sure.
And then you go get like
a Blightsteel or
what's that? You make all of your things indestructible.
Since already play. Yep. Darksteel Forge.
Yeah, and then you turn everything into an artifact.
Yeah, and then you blow with Bacchus Lattice, and then you blow up everything.
Yeah.
That's what I do in my Duretti deck.
It's really consistent in Arkham decks.
Team, make everything an artifact and blow it up.
Yeah, and that's, When I played at another Magic shop, people stopped playing Commander with me because it got more and more competitive. My deck did, and then when you're just blowing up everyone's stuff every turn, they just stop playing with you. And I'm like, why don't you just make your deck better?
I mean,
it's not even that good. I've played against people's competitive decks, and I can't keep up. But like,
yeah.
But when you play against people's casual decks, it's just not fun anymore. It's like in that weird middle ground. And
see, that's where Duretti is for me. I play Duretti.
I honestly feel like Duretti is tier 1 though. I don't know that much about Commander, but I've watched a little bit, and when I see Duretti, oh, this isn't the one I was thinking of. Who's the 3-color artifact lady who makes 2 Thopters when she comes in?
That's Breya.
Oh yeah, I thought you meant Breya. Oh man.
Nope.
Duretti though.
Actual Duretti Scrap Savant. This is my baby. I'm currently trying to foil it out. You can't tell casuals how they need to play Magic. Yeah, that's totally true, Jorgensen.
Yeah.
You try and tell casuals anything, and they just like.
And that's a lot of.
They come back.
That's a lot of people who play Commander is people who just want to play for fun, and I continually improve my deck, and they just kind of don't.
Yeah, or they try and do something like off the wall different, and so it makes it harder to actually win because they're trying to do something that like isn't necessarily a good win con.
Yeah.
Right? Like they picked the wrong one. So like if you actually picked a good win con, you could have more success. But yeah, no. This one, it does the same I generally win the same way, but I have to be like slow and political, or he just dies. Like, you can't play him. Let me put it this way. I took Mana Crypt out of my deck because I didn't want to play him on turn 1. Because he would just get dead before I can ultimate him.
So, I have a question. They did something weird with the rules online with Commander Magic. What's up with that?
So, they took away all the fast mana, and then they... Jorgen's totally right. They play with their favorite cards with little or no concern of how good they actually are. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's fun for some people. Yeah. And I mean, I play with my favorite cards, but my favorite cards are like super powerful and do silly things.
Do you play Bosch in your deck?
Oh, I certainly have a Bosch in the deck.
Nice. Because that's the Commander deck that I built online, and I recently sold the entire thing for like $15.
Oh,
and did a league with the money, so... I won. I went 4-1 and doubled my ticks pretty much.
Cool. Yeah, Commander is an interesting place. Like, there are some people who take it like way too seriously.
That's Rich.
Lisenby.
Yeah, he used to.
He takes Commander way too seriously.
Have you seen his Commander deck?
I haven't.
It's like almost full foil. And it's got, like, all of these really expensive cards in it. It's got, like, $300 cards in it, like, all over the place.
Oh, no. Did I finally get a quote? I play with my favorite cards. I just like good cards are not casual trash. Yeah, sure. I mean, I have bad cards in my deck, too. It plays a bunch of bad artifacts.
Yeah.
But I think it's just so synergistic that, like...
Do you have a favorite bad card?
Oh, man.
I can name mine off the top of my head.
Go ahead.
Rusted Slasher. Bringing it up.
You put words in my mouth? I mean, okay, sure. Fine. It's along the lines of that. But yeah. Regenerate him. Okay.
It's one, it's a common, so you can play it in Pauper.
Sure.
2, it's a sack outlet that dies to only sack and minus, which is really bad in Pauper because they're all over the place, so you can't actually play it, but it's fun. It's got a big power and a way to stay alive. I want to defend this card, but I know it's bad. And that's what makes it my favorite bad card.
My favorite bad card that I play with actively. I'm trying to think of what.
You don't have to even play it. You just have to have the desire.
To want to play it?
Yeah. Like maybe something you played when you were starting Magic, and you're like, I wish you could play this again. Like Mirrorsmith. I miss playing Mirrorsmith.
I mean,
not great.
It's expensive for what it does, but this was like my. I don't really have like bad cards that I'm like wanting to play, or just bad now. That's interesting, yeah, because like that probably was good during. Like Scar's Block,
yeah,
maybe
it,
like
it can fight a batter skull.
Or it was good somewhere at some point.
Like Ichor Wellspring is like actually a good card.
I do play Ichor Wellspring in Duretti.
It's good, and like Rusted Slasher just eats those.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as good as ATOG.
You get to draw cards. It's the Lake of the Dead for white.
No, your favorite bad card is Lake of the Dead.
Lake of the Dead is not a bad card. So
crap. Okay, if Kil'Jordan Outpost would enter the battlefield, sacrifice a plane. Oh, it's the white Lake of the Dead. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, you had white, and you can put a 1/1 soldier creature on the battlefield. That probably was like super powerful. Like when Magic was
grindier.
Yeah, and
I think this
having your lands be spells that did something.
I thought it was in decks back in the day. I don't know a whole lot about the history of Magic lore. We're actually going to partner with another. What is it? There's a new podcast that we're going to be partnering with.
Not Humans of Magic. It's,
where he goes back in time for Legacy and like covers what the decks were like, or he's just going to be talking about. It's not on here yet. Humans of Magic. It's not. It doesn't exist yet.
Okay.
But when it does, we're going to be talking about it on stream.
Okay. Cool.
And I really want to listen to that because like he's probably going to talk about this exact card.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do this?
This
one.
Let me go see how much time's left in the round. One moment, guys.
Okay. Any other favorite bad cards? Have you... I'm just going to bring up Pauper cards because that's my favorite thing ever. Crap, I'm not going to be able to remember it. Oh, I'm just going to flounder here. I can find it real quick, though. Golem Foundry is one, but I've never actually wanted to play that. It just has seemed interesting to me. Anything with phasing, you're right. Phasing just hurts me. Battered Golem. I'm gonna bring that up. I've brewed with it before. I want to play it so bad that I've brewed with it. But it just never works. Ever. You want to see my next favorite bad card?
Your next favorite bad card?
They're all artifacts, by the way. There's a reason I play...
There's 4 minutes left with 2 rounds.
4 minutes left? Have you seen Battered Golem?
Okay.
Like, put a Viridian Longbow on that or something? Woo!
That's cool. Let me see... I mean, this card's bad, but it's an all-star.
Burnished Heart. It's actually... Yeah, I thought that one was actually good. Special error for 2 basic land cards. Put them on the battlefield tapped. Yeah, I've seen that in a lot of commander decks.
Yeah.
It's actually good, though.
It was 1 cost and came to play tapped, it'd be better.
Yeah, well, reducing the mana cost, of course.
Right? When you just, like, play a bunch of artifacts after that.
I tried to make it work with Retraction Helix.
I got it.
Have you ever seen Retraction Helix?
Oh, that's where you...
Target creature can tap and return...
Oh, yes, that's right. A creature. So you return a...
Is it a creature or a permanent? Or a non-land permanent?
It returns a creature to its owner's hand.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
But that and then like target non-land permanent.
Oh, to its owner's hand.
So then what's the card? Blue, colorless, artifact creature, makes artifacts cost less. Ethereum Sculptor.
Okay.
So those 3 cards together, and then like any artifact, like you can just go infinite.
Yep.
That's fun. Never works.
Okay, so I was looking through my commander deck because I knew I had a favorite bad card, and this is it. I have gotten so many people with this card, which it also happens to be.
You can't go infinite or anything with this card.
You can't go infinite unless you. So there is a way to go infinite with Ugin's Nexus.
Oh, but it's probably super contrived and.
Not really. You have to have planar prototype portal.
Oh.
So you imprint Ugin's Nexus on your prototype portal, and you then make copies of it. The legend rule: the token goes to the graveyard. It's exiled instead, and you take an extra turn.
You don't even need a sack outlet.
You don't need it. Yeah, it kills itself. So there is a way to do it, but this is my favorite bad card.
Yeah, and you're never gonna get anyone with the first half of this card. Like
there's some commander decks out there that'll do it, but like
no. It's if you do, you feel like you've won the lottery because
it is true.
It's kind of like a weird. It's just a weird clause.
I've also been like a real big fan of this card lately.
What's the new card that makes copies of artifacts? Is that a thing?
The blue enchantment. It's mechanized production. Is that the one you're thinking of? Where it's an aura. You put it on an artifact, and then you get a copy of it every upkeep of yours. And when you have 8 of it, you win the game. This one.
Huh. That would probably be good in my commander deck that I don't play.
There are cards that give players extra turn, like Meditate as well. Yep. Oh yeah, you put a mechanized production on your bad card, it'll always untap itself.
Yeah,
Because on the upkeep, it'll put an artifact into play. And
it just goes infinite, right? Wait.
No.
At the beginning of your upkeep.
Yeah.
So it's always untapped.
It's always just untaps itself, so you can swing with it. But, I mean, if you have 8 of them, you can actually win the game with your favorite bad card.
Yay!
I'm playing another bad card. So, we're almost there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Other sweet topics. So what do you play in Legacy? I haven't ever seen you play.
Oh really? Mud.
You play Mud. Okay.
Everyone's familiar with Mud. I think we've played it on Friday Night Magic like a couple of times. Like,
okay.
Like I've lent people the deck whenever anyone else plays my deck, since no one ever watches it. They don't know how to play it, and it's just like
that
hard
one,
to watch.
It's like it's a prison-ish type deck, but you advance with like Lodestone Golems.
Yeah,
and
I have like metal workers too, so it's also insanely fast when just like you do that. Mm-hmm.
Because it plays like thorns and spheres. No?
I think that's like stacks.
Okay.
I was playing stacks a while ago. Like I was playing the artifact stacks, not like white or anything. And that deck got really bad when Top got banned. Because before, your Miracles matchup, when you play stacks, your Miracles matchup was
so
like
good.
70 to 80%. Like, I didn't lose games against Miracles.
That's cool.
And like sometimes it was like turn 1, I just win the game because I've just like, here's a Chalice, and they're like, oh okay, pass the turn. Here's a Lodestone Golem, and they're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Here's another Lodestone Golem, and then here's a Smokestack, and they're just done. But when that got banned, stacks didn't really work anymore. Smokestack is just not as good, and so I went back to playing the more I'm gonna play big stuff deck, and just like playing Kuldotha and going and getting a Sundering Titan.
Okay.
Like
Cool.
That'll win games.
Yeah. good old Sundering Tea.
Do you play anything right now, or are you just building?
So I was on Infect. I had Infect built, minus the Trops. I was kind of borrowing Trops. I had everything else for the deck, except for my dual lands, because I just started playing Legacy.
How's that deck placed, do you think?
It is super hard to attack people. Like, it's like a combo deck, but like you can lose a piece mid-combat if they can beat you. Right? It's not like something that is. It's very good when you can, like, gotcha.
Yeah. It can win out of nowhere, and it can be very fast, but it can also just not have the pieces and be incredibly slow.
I played it also because it is a combo deck, but it has blue cards.
Yeah.
So you have plays where you can go, all right, I guess I'll just force your thing. So like you had more game against the other combo decks.
Both force and daze, right?
Because it helps protect your combo, or stop someone else's. So it's okay. It's still pretty good, but
I wouldn't. I from what I've heard, it's not good right now.
How's it going, the Wyatt?
It's okay. Like, it's playable, but I'd say tier 2.
Yeah.
Like, your bad matchups are really bad. Your good matchups are like pretty good, but not like just jam it and you win.
Yeah. You open 5 Nicol Bolas in 3 boxes? That's awesome.
I wish I could open 3 boxes.
Yeah, I wish I had that kind of luck. I always, like, when I'm working, because I work here at Paragon City Games, I never pick people's packs for them. I always let them pick their own packs because I'm super bad at that. Oh, look at this fantastic timing.
We've started, and...
We started.
Do you know who these people are?
This looks like Theo and Calvin. I'm going to check...
Oh, this is definitely Calvin.
Yeah. Calvin always plays that Thought bad. Let me see.
He either plays Storm or, like, Grixis Delver.
So, the finals is Double Reanimator, which we could watch, but I kind of want to watch Theo and Calvin.
I've had enough.
I think we've had enough Reanimator for tonight.
And what is this other one? I'm going to get rid of this mechanized production.
It's like Sultai Control.
Okay.
Against Delver. Just Sultai.
Do you know who's playing it?
Yeah, Theo. Or TJ.
That's easier to type.
Yes.
By 2 letters.
Take a draw.
Sorry.
So, Mr. Segway Man went to check on the matches and they were ready to go. The Wyatt 124, thank you so much for the follow. Dismember. Which member? Dismember your Deathrite Shaman. And I'll take a Ponder. So we see Snapcaster Mage, Island, and a Jace for TJ. You've got one more box to open? That's pretty cool. Did you just like buy a case or something, or?
Or yeah. Are you just, you make your money back, you buy another box?
Playing the box game. Looks like he goes for a shuffle with his
Ponder.
With his Ponder, yeah.
This is how I watch matches at home, just with my deck, just
You're
like
shuffling.
It's so therapeutic.
I probably shouldn't, but yeah, it's pretty comforting. You're totally right. So Calvin looks like he drew a sweet daze.
That's an overgrown tomb in play.
That is an overgrown tomb.
I just want to comment on that.
I mean, I played a breeding pool in my Infect deck. Ponder for Calvin sees Brainstorm, Fetch, Delver. Yeah, you do go through sleeves real quick that way.
I've had the same sleeves for a year now, though. It's time to buy new ones. I think that's going to happen today.
Oh no, when you open so many sweet bombs like that, you go through sleeves pretty quick. He's responding to...
oh, I thought you were
Wyatt.
talking about just sitting there shuffling.
Oh, you go through... Oh, maybe. Yeah, by just, like, always... ABS, always be shuffling.
Is that a thing?
I mean... Now it is. Alright, waste your overgrown tomb. We're gonna put $10 in the graveyard, not 170.
Another ponder. So far we've just seen ponders this game.
Yep. And Calvin's cool with it. He's gonna let him ponder.
Is that a wasteland? No.
Always doing the like the head tilt. The like, wait, what is that card?
Oh, I just gotta get closer.
Guys,
there you go.
I got coded.
Here's a 5.
Yeah. Number 6, ABS. Always be shuffling. Thanks, Jorgensen.
That was a wasteland.
Yeah, so he leaves a wasteland on top, wastes your trop, and says go.
He does have 2 more land in his hand, so it's not going to hurt too much. And a Delver comes down. Doesn't look like it's going to be contested.
Mm-mm.
And he has an Angler in his hand.
Thanks, Jorgensen. I'm on the board. It looks like Theo's got to land as well, so... He'll try and ponder here. Calvin's like, it's good. You know, he has the days.
Looks like Abrupt Decay, Trop, and... That's not a Delver, is it? No, it can't be. It's probably a cantrip. It's a shuffle anyway.
It doesn't matter because he's shuffling. So we'll see. As soon as he's done shuffling, he'll take a draw. ABS always be shuffling. So what invocation is in Calvin's graveyard currently?
Could be Daze. Thought Squeeze. Confidently flips that.
Yeah.
This is probably going to go fetch for a black and play that Angler, don't you think?
Probably. Yeah, he'll have 6 cards in his graveyard. That seems about the right time to play an Angler.
See a Brainstorm first, probably to protect that.
Hey, moms can be young too.
Yeah.
Even though there's no moms in this this game.
Hashtag 16 or pregnant.
They can be young too. Using an affinity deck? In like Legacy or Modern? So, Polluted Delta for Theo.
I have Affinity built in Modern, and I've considered just making it Legacy and smashing people.
Drew has been playing that deck. Brainstorm for TJ.
Modern.
Modern, okay.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
I think you could smash people with Affinity, though, in Legacy.
You can. Drew was playing it on Tuesday. We thought he was on Enchantress, so I put him in the feature match area, and he's on this Affinity deck.
That's spicier, and you just want the feature match to be as spicy as possible.
Yeah,
right?
you get to play all the artifact lands, which are sweet. It's a fun deck. It
Did he play
is
Chalice?
okay. I think so.
Because what I wanted to do was like Chalice and Revoker, and then
It's basically Modern Affinity. I think it really is like just Modern Affinity with all the artifact lands.
and then like fast lands like Ancient Tomb, I assume.
Probably.
That's what I would end up doing.
Mm-hmm. Legacy Affinity could be fun too. It's
I wonder.
it's an interesting deck. I'll have to.
Yeah, like Mirror Enforcers are appealing.
What does Enforcer do? He's
He's a 4/4 with Affinity for 7.
Yeah.
So you get to play actual cards with Affinity on them, unlike a stupid Modern version.
All right. Daze your Brainstorm. We finally used that Daze. Calvin will untap.
Draws a Wasteland. Still,
Seems good.
the Angler hasn't come out yet.
Deciding. I'll hit your Black Source. Crunch you for 3. Put you down to not using your life total. Dice. Shame. It's a deck that plays for itself.
Yeah, Affinity, just with the win rate. I thought the win... I don't play Modern anymore, but I thought the win rate went down recently.
It depends on the weekend. Like,
it does?
That's what makes Affinity so good, is, like, if people are packing their hate for it, then, like, you're boned. Like, it's super hard to win.
Yeah.
But if people aren't, it's, like, the best deck in the format.
It's just a good question to ask everybody. Can I win this whole thing? No? Alright.
Yeah. Alright, so Brainstorm. He's going to draw a few cards, put those 2 back. Waste your land.
Oh.
So that Angler is going to stay in the hand.
Wonder why he's waiting. He's got to have something.
Yeah, they're not using their dice, which is hard for us. I'm going to go out between the round and give them a...
Smack.
Not a smack.
Elbow.
Come on.
Get him.
A friendly reminder to use the dice and to keep them on...
Friendly.
We are not... we're not the WWE. We will not be smashing people.
You can use a chair.
I feel like that's true of most tiered decks, though. The field isn't hating you out, you destroy the field. Yeah, I mean, it's everything. I think that's true for everything except for Death Shadow, because Death Shadow is like hard to hate out. I think that's why it is like the best deck in the format. Same can be said, but I think you're totally right, Jorgensen. Like Modern Dredge is the same way. Like I think if you had Dredge and Affinity built you could play them on opposite weekends and just like crush it.
So the second Delver is going to see a Force of Will.
Exiling a counterspell. Feels like your sideboard is more important than your main deck. Yeah, and that's why I got wrecked last week. I was playing Storm. Okay, so Thoughtseize for Theo. Oh, okay.
Does that just kill himself?
He Thoughtseize himself just to kill himself. Okay. That's cool. Let's go over to see what's going on with your animator match.
Okay.
I will...
Well...
Ooh.
That's a board state.
This is interesting. So, remind me, Iona, does she give herself protection from the color?
No. The chosen color spells can't be cast by the enemy.
Cast.
So you usually just say black and you're like, you can't cast black spells. And Gabe must have already had creatures in play.
Okay.
Because otherwise that usually just ends the game.
This is interesting. Let's fix these. Because I'm not sure what...
Fix this.
I'm not sure who's... This might still be game 1. By the way, I'm going to get... the person with Black Lotus. Meat? Like a steak?
Or a sausage.
Those two.
I'm sorry.
This is
What's
quite
the other creature
state.
there? On the bottom right.
Where?
Bottom right.
That's the Fundable Iona.
Oh, they both have Iona?
They both have Iona and both have Gristlebrand. That's cool. So we got Gabe over here and then Jeff. Reanimator. Let me go tell those guys to
use their dice.
Dice down.
Okay, so someone just cast Exhume and they both got Iona. Who would pull the trigger on that? Oh, it must have been he exhumed, or entombed instant speed to get his Iona. Because I don't think most people would just say, yeah, let's both have an Iona.
Yeah, there's no difference between life and life and game. Damage happens at the same time.
But it looks like Jeff is at 4 and Gabe is at 12.
Okay, so yeah, the question there, they actually pulled me over for a judge question.
Yeah.
Because Jeff is at 4. So he was making sure that he didn't die by... lifelink happens at the same time as damage.
Yeah, it's not a trigger. It just kind of happens.
It just happens. Yes, the most jacked up points that I've ever seen. Yeah, so you want to look up Iona's shield, because this has all the cards that say Iona.
Oh.
Iona. Like Missionaries is... Alright,
and it's going to show us the new cool art.
Yeah.
I'm okay
Which
with
we
that.
had one, and I was trying to get that one, but I think I missed it. So your opponents can't cast spells with the chosen color. 7/7. All right, Gristlebrand coming in.
So Iona fights a Grizzlebrand pretty well, actually.
They do.
Like, it trades with it at least.
Yeah, but then like now he's put these creatures back in the graveyard. He has to. I mean, he has to block.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, he's gonna move Gabe's life total.
Well, it's not going to move.
And he's gonna draw 7 cards. And now he has all these spells to cast.
Yeah, he's going to cast them on his second main. He can't cast Exhumes without making something really bad happen.
Yeah, Exhumes are Exhumes are interesting.
Well, Jorgensen was saying the only way 2 Ionas are going to come in is one person casting Exhume, and the other person probably
like Entombed in Response.
Yeah,
that's pretty sweet. So that's an animate dead on Iona.
So it's a 6/7 now.
I wonder what if Jeff has any responses.
Fetches.
I'm gonna fetch to 11. This game has actually been a lot more interesting than I thought.
We've the past couple Fridays we've seen a lot of Reanimator against Reanimator.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've probably seen 2 matchups of Reanimator against Reanimator, and one of those games had relevant combat like this. Like, combat that's fun to watch.
Okay.
But most of them is just Sire of Insanity, the other person, like, looking at their toes and, like, yeah.
It's about 10 hour devastation boxes. It's a lot of boxes. That's a lot of boxes. And I do see multiple swamps in his deck.
So he must have just forgot.
Yeah, now looking at Gabe's. Looks like he's. I wonder what. He's moving to discard. He's discarding cards.
Dark Ritual and something else.
Yeah, he kept like a Thoughtseize in his hand. What's that?
But now there's
The Chancellor.
Now there's a Reanimator on Gabe's side. I don't see. Okay, maybe he's just gonna.
But he can't cast black spells. Because when Iona enters the battlefield.
Like, I'm trying to figure out. He could maybe. Let's see.
Okay, yeah, Jeff was just making him kill him.
Yeah. Because, like, I was thinking, like, okay, he almost had 7 mana. Like, the next turn he was going to have 7 mana. And he 2 of it.
Something.
Yeah, 2 of it would have been any color. But even the other angel doesn't do anything. It's just not big enough.
What, the Chancellor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a 5/5, right? Or a
5/5 or a 5/6. Annex?
Yeah. Did you mean? Yeah, he's got it here.
It's a 5/6.
Yeah, it's a 5/6. So still does not beat Iona.
Gonna check out the table again.
Yep. All right, so we see Island and Tropical Island.
There's another.
I'm gonna exile your Misty Rainforest.
There's another invocation in the graveyard for Calvin. Do you remember who won the first game?
Calvin took it down. Yeah, Theo like Thoughtseize himself or
oh, you right.
Thoughtseize Calvin and killed himself because he was at 2. All right, I will untap, take a draw. Calvin playing around Wasteland by not cracking his fetches.
Here one comes.
Takes a quick look. Yeah, Calvin recently just upgraded his decks and pimped them out with invocations. All of them, I believe. So he's got 4
some
days.
People wouldn't call that an upgrade.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they cost more.
They look a lot better IRL than on Moto and.
I think someone I was listening to a podcast this week that nailed down why a lot of why you look at it and you're like, oh, why doesn't that look as good? I think it's because the borders are thicker and the art is smaller.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So
all of the art on them is beautiful, though. I wish it was just big.
Yeah, looks like we had an end of turn Snapcaster Mage for another thing. Maybe.
Turn a Goyf.
Like a Goyf. Oh, and they better pull out our sweet Goyf dice. If this resolves. It's right there next to them. And they're not Goyf sorry. Goyf dice. Pfft, whatever. Goyf rocks. ROX. Yes! Haha! They did it. So that Goyf is a 3/4. End of turn. Calvin's gonna eat. Ponder. Oh, it must be a 2/3. Bolt the Goyf. Oh, he made it a 2/3 by exiling the sorcery. That's sweet. Sick tech, yeah.
I've had people that I've heard it's correct when you play a Goyf that you don't put your own Goyf dice out because you don't want your opponent to be able to easily know how big it is and you want them to have to think harder. So as an opponent, like someone who doesn't own Goyfs, those are the people that want the Goyf dice sometimes. Because
I mean, it's just like it's representing the game state, which is something that players should do.
Yeah.
And as an opponent, you should just ask how big's your Goyf? Let's do a Goyf check.
Yeah.
Whenever it resolves, it's like, oh, how big's your Goyf? Like, what's up, Balls of Steel? Legacy hype. Welcome to the chat. Enjoy your stay.
Well, for streaming, definitely.
Yeah. Goyf dice is a must. Alright. Good old Delver O Secrets.
Hits the field.
Mr. Calvin.
Uncontested so far.
Yeah. TJ hasn't done much this game, it seems like. Alright. Death Right of my own. Do I get to resolve this spell? And he's...
It's for 2.
Yeah, so Calvin has a Flusterstorm in hand, but he...
That's non-creature.
Can pay for it.
Right.
I think so. Is it instant or sorcery? Let's double check Flusterstorm. Yeah, counter target instant or sorcery spell unless the controller pays 1 with, you guessed it, Storm. Anyone playing Check Pile or Bant Deathblade out there? Yeah. I think... oh, who was on that? I think Josh Snow tried it for a minute.
So the Delver does flip.
Oh, he revealed a...
Invocation of some sort.
I think it's the Stifle. Or is that one Counterspell? That one's Counterspell, I believe. He put it back in his hand, into the back, because like, it was in the front for a second.
I want to see what Stifle looks like.
It's a guy with a torch, I believe.
It kind of looked like Stifle.
Yeah, they all have that. Yeah. I'm starting to play band. Got the cards today. Count as a check pile. Check out this pile of Magic cards. Alright, so Delver Flip punching Mr. TJ for 3. Puts him down to 14. And, yeah. Not too much is going on. Alright, Edict you. Deathbright. Would you have made that line of their sacking your Deathbright Shaman?
He had a redundant one, I suppose.
I mean, I guess he doesn't have a black source to fight Calvin's Deathbright. So maybe that's right.
The other one's just attack through. Are you saying that? I guess Snapcaster's the only other one that you'd consider.
Yeah, I might have wanted to keep my Deathbright to stop. Like, if you had that Deathbright active, you could stop him from eating your Wasteland.
He has a fetch in hand, so he does have access to a black source.
Interesting. Okay. Untap.
And
take a draw. Looks like he draws an Edict of his own.
Yeah.
But doesn't do any good right now with 2 non-Trunian Nemesis creatures on the battlefield.
Can I take a land out of the other player's graveyard? Is that a Fatal Push? It must have been.
Alright.
It was 1 mana and it killed something.
Attack you. You just get to eat your Snapcaster Mage.
No, he blocked the Goyf. It must have just been enough damage that he was scared of it.
To 4. Were they not updating his life total on the... I've won games with no lands. I mean... Yeah, if you have creatures on the battlefield before your lands got destroyed. That's certainly a way. With Force of Will, you can counter spells without lands. Oh yeah.
Play him that way.
Alright. Delver O Secrets.
Yeah, that'll kind of hurt for that Edict in his hand.
Oh,
I would have. Oh wait, he didn't have the black mana to play the Edict.
Okay,
yet.
so I know why he's holding. So it was a Stifle.
Yeah.
He's holding his black source because he can't fetch or it will get stifled.
Oh. Does he know that's in his hand?
Yeah, so I think that's what flipped when the Delver, the invocation that
you're
flipped.
Right.
Okay, there we go. Eat your... There. Deluge.
Oh, Toxic Deluge.
Counter unless you pay 2. Oops, you can't pay 2.
That's an additional cost that you have to pay that life? Wow, okay.
Yes, so... Yeah, Toxic is an additional cost to cast, you pay X life. All creatures get -X or X.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah. It's also playing Wastelands. Bad idea. Yeah, Manaless Dredge does win a lot of games with no lands. Pro tip.
Does Manaless Dredge win that many games? Yeah, it does, actually.
Yeah, it does.
I just like talking crap on decks.
And Delver looks like it finishes it up. Delver and True Name will just get in and kill Mr. TJ. So that one has concluded.
Calvin is the winner.
Calvin is the winner there.
And there's...
Gabe took the first game over here.
There's Gabe on the right.
Yep. So Iona in the graveyard for Jeff.
And is that...
That is a Reanimate.
Okay. So that's his hand on the left, and that's a Dark Ritual on the right.
Yeah. So it's looks like Gabe puts his graveyard in weird places. So Reanimate.
Well, that's where his graveyard's supposed to be.
Yeah, at least it's where his graveyard's supposed to be. Okay, so...
He's entombing.
Crack my pedal, entomb in response. But you can go ahead and get that Iona back and say, now you can't cast black spells.
Game 3.
Right? You're in a quantum state? That's the best place to be. Right there in the aether between planes of being a smartass and a dumbass. I concur. Okay. So what
Is he gonna still try?
did he entomb for?
That's
He can't
so
even
heroic.
He's a trooper. Well, Faithless Looting is not a black spell. So he can cast it.
But why? Why did he pick up his deck?
It's EV. Yeah, why did he pick up his deck? That's all these questions. You've got another card in hand there. You should pick it up and.
Oh, he knew that he didn't want to.
He didn't want to discard that one. All right, Jeff will untap. Take a draw. Looks like a Bloodstained Mire and Dark Ritual in hand for Jeff.
Yeah, punch him in the face for 7.
Rawr, 7U. Go. Gabe keeping his hand face down. Not, okay, so Wear Tear. Dark Ritual. 7.
Wear Tear is kind of interesting. What's it for?
6.
Maybe...
to destroy opposing, like, cages
Blood
or...
Moon? I don't know.
Blood Moon, stuff like that, yeah. And Gabe packs it up. So, Jeff evens things up at 1-1. So we will get a game 3 for our finals match.
Gabe will be going first.
Not all heroes wear capes. Well, I mean, Edna said not to, right? You know, no capes.
I saw this comic that was like, you know, you can have detachable capes. It's like quick release capes so that you don't get like sucked into stuff.
Well, like Velcro, like snap on, snap off? Or like the,
sure, yeah.
Like the pull away pants?
If you pull hard enough on the cape, it'll just break off. So that you don't get like, someone can't grab your cape.
Right, or like airspeed velocity, right? Wouldn't that like tug and pull it off? I don't know. Because science.
So Edna can make a suit that stretches like it does, but she can't make a cape that detaches. Amazing.
Incredibles theory.
Yeah, we're talking about the deep lore of Incredibles.
Oh man. The things we talk about when, you know, there's no magic actually going on. So, looks like Gabe's deck is ready. Jeff's still shuffling. And we will get to our game 3 shortly here. Just a friendly reminder that this week we have, or this weekend, is our first weekend live with our website. So you can visit ParagonCityGames.com and order any of our awesome products, including our sweet Goif Rocks with our Paragon City logo. They come in gold and silver. This weekend they're only $7, which is less than the silly Tarmo dies that another City Games sells.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Star City Games. They,
you didn't have to say it.
I know. Oh, shoot. Dang it. I was trying to be like incognito when the cape makes all the difference. It does. It's a sign. It's a symbol. You know?
Yeah.
It's like Superman's S. Like, the cape is like a symbol.
What would Batman be without a cape? Answer, less cool.
Right? Like the cape and cowl. It's like... It's part of the description.
Moon Knight.
You can't be Batman without a cape.
I don't know that much about comics. I just know Moon Knight, some other people. I just learned about Moon Knight this week, and apparently he's like 40 years old or something.
Okay. So Gabe, looks like he's not happy with his hand, and he will take a mulligan, possibly?
Or is he just...
Or did he like wait on sideboarding? Cutting Jeff's deck. What are you going to do with that piece? Bottom card's going to be on top.
Head games.
Yeah. So both players took a mulligan. Okay, so we see
down to 6.
Jeff drawing 6 cards.
I'm not a fan of the leave your cards on the table until the other person is done. I like to just like look at them and have more time to tank and think.
Yeah, It depends on... Yeah, your style.
Yeah, it is a style choice, but I would rather just sit there and think.
I mean, you don't want to give them any information about what you're thinking by your like facial expressions and like that's one thing that I really need to work on is, you know, kind of give my opponent tells about what's in my hand by my like mannerisms and my emotion, because I like to talk to people. Like that's part of Magic for me is, you know, meeting people, but
outside of casting, you know how quiet I am.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't have a problem with that. Mm-hmm. Like I usually just look like kind of mad at the other player without wanting to.
That is my tank face. if you've ever seen Patrick in the tank, it's I look pretty pissed.
Draper, Utah.
Yeah, Draper, Utah. It's just south of Salt Lake City, nicely tucked between Provo and Salt Lake. So.
The community here is so amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
Do you know how far I have to drive to get here? I drive like 45 minutes every time.
Where are you from?
Syracuse, Utah.
Wow.
So it's worth it, I think.
Okay,
like,
so Reanimator doing its thing. Faithless Loot, put a thing in the graveyard. I'm going to reanimate it. Now your things cost one more.
Wah, wah. Was that in his opening hand? So the thing's going to cost 2 more now?
Yeah, first one's going to cost 2. And the hand gesture, the go. When you become 18, you'll visit the store. Where are you at?
Yeah, for sure. Come say hi.
We'd love to see you. I like to have some bands with my opponents. If you'd like human being. Yeah, I'm pretty talkative. Like, that's bands with, yeah, separate them. USA, Oregon. Oregon, sweet. You guys get a lot of Eternal Magic out there.
Like 50 times the rain we get.
Yeah, very chatty and friendly, not during a game. Yeah.
I'm friendly at the start. Like, I like to like ask them how they're doing and stuff. So, this is a pithing needle.
That just like, alright.
Yeah, just to get it out of his
hand. Get the damage done, like... He still has... Alright, oh. Unmask you.
So, Chromux...
Animate Dead, Entomb, and a Collective Brutality.
I can never remember the name of Collective Brutality.
Yeah, it's definitely a clear take your Entomb here. Jeff's going to play with his hand reveal, like a nice guy. So, Nuggy for 5. Go ahead. Untap, draw. Yeah, it's hard for him to play this Chromox. You have to pay 1 for it, so it's mana neutral. He has to exile a card from his hand.
Get rid of his reanimation spell.
He's now he's deciding what to put underneath that Chromox. It's imprint. It's exile. Yeah,
that's kind of a tell that he has another one.
Certainly, yeah.
Beats him down to 10.
Yep. He's only got a couple turns to draw something. A Fairy Macabre.
A little late on that.
Yeah, won't do it.
If he had 1 more mana, he could play it as a chumper. Next turn, it might... If he draws a land instead of like a Lotus Petal or something, it could end up buying him a turn.
Looks like Surgical was drawn for Gabe. Punch Jeff down to 5. Pass the turn. I mean, do you fetch here? Like,
no. I want the chances of me drawing a land to be as high as possible.
He's gonna do it. He'll grab a Badlands, because why not?
He doesn't have a creature in his graveyard, does he? Jeff doesn't?
No, he's got Pithing Needle, Entomb, and the land.
So he probably just needs time, in my opinion.
So maybe what he can do is use the drain 2, gain 2 on his collective brutality. Maybe if he has another creature, pitching another...
Yeah. That'll buy him a turn, right?
So he's drawing a Dark Ritual. What are his other 2 cards?
So Dark Ritual gains him 1 mana.
Yeah.
So he could actually cast the Fairy Macabre, and... Or is he debating between Fairy Macabre and Collective Brutality? He's got to be.
Yeah. Three mana.
All I can see is his hand, but you can just tell that he's like, I guess I'll do this.
Okay, so Dark Ritual.
3 black.
3 black in the pool. Spend that on the Collective Brutality. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to chat because I've been looking over here. Very chatting, very game. Macabre. Have you caught Jordan's sickness? Yeah, I need more cowbell. Ding, 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 ding. Much better. Yeah, oh, plays cowbell. Okay, so surgical. In response.
So he ended up Dark Ritualing and then playing the Collective Brutality.
Which he could have just done with...
Right?
Yeah, so he goes to 1.
And he discarded the Fairy Macabre.
Yeah, so it looks like he took a peek at his hand.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a Faithless Looting. No, that's a Wear Tear.
Mm-hmm.
Which doesn't really do anything right now.
He's got is it an Animate Dead?
Oh, I remembered what the Wear Tear is for now. It's for the enchantment that brings a creature back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Gabe is going to win that. It looks like the handshake,
yep.
right?
Yep.
Very quick.
So, yeah, I mean, Chancellor and then the Unmask taking the Entomb. It was pretty backbreaking.
Yeah, like not a lot you can do.
Oh, let's go back here. Let's hope no one casts Silence in response to playing the Cowbell. Cast Cowbell, Silence. But Cowbell still goes off though, right?
Yeah,
because it's on the stack.
You have to silence before they played Cowbell.
Yeah. It's like they pull out like they're ready to like knock the cowbell, and then you go shush.
But they already have the Cowbell, so you have to do it before they get out the Cowbell.
Yeah, where Charles kills Leyline, which Mana Raider sometimes play. Yeah, I can see Black Leyline coming in to hit out.
It hits a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just 3 rounds, right?
Yeah, just 3 rounds tonight. It's Friday Night Magic, so we do 3 rounds, pack per win, +1 for playing.
So yeah, make sure to check out the online store. With,
oh no, Captain QC. No cards with the name were found. Oh, looks like you can't cast Cowbell.
There's an unset coming. If there was a Cowbell card,
that would be pretty cool.
That could be a mechanic.
What, like Ring or something?
I don't know.
Like, it's like an artifact, Cowbell.
No, you just play creatures, and like it has Cowbell 1 on it. I don't know.
Oh man, I feel like it would be like card name Cowbell, artifact, and then like tap it to ring Cowbell, repeat this, get an effect, repeat this process for every time that it's been done before. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, like something like that. Just wait for Unstable. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Unstable if anything happens with that tonight. So, all right. Well, I think that'll just about do it for us here tonight. Again, thank you to Paragon City Games for sponsoring the stream. If you are in the area, come down and play Legacy. We stream. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Camo 1. When this creature comes into play, Cure 1 fever from target creature.
I got a fever. We cured more cowbell.
Oh man, I have a friend who does the best. What's that guy?
Walken?
Yeah, the Christopher Walken. Like,
that's a hard impression.
It is very hard to get right. Okay, thanks, Jorgensen. Yeah, so yeah, if you're in the area, come play. We stream. I will be starting to stream Standard on Mondays with Tim Wallet, which is it's not. We've got our legacy crowd, and Standard's generally not their cup of tea, but we will be starting that on Mondays, and then tune in. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the PPTQ. Come down and play for that. Again, $25 per player.
Format?
It'll be modern tomorrow. So Kyra and I will be on the 1s and 2s.
And you're streaming that,
Streaming that modern. So
sweet.
That should be all.
Bye.
Okay, have a great night, guys. Hell's Heroes.